Hi everybody, it's Miss Jennifer with 4 kids, and guess what? Today we are doing a special bonus Thanksgiving artist trading card. So here you see my little example, and I also want to think about this in terms of our mindfulness practice. So to begin, I want to show you this little thing I drew. This is true that if you feel gratitude, which just means that you're thankful that you have something in your life. For instance, when I think about my daughter and her little dog Stevie, I always get a warm feeling in my heart. Well, that warm feeling is from this dopamine and serotonin, which is released in my brain every time I feel grateful for something. And those two things released in your brain make you feel good. So it's super, super important to always think about what you feel thankful for. So I challenge you this month to keep going with your artist trading cards and draw things that you feel grateful for. It will help your brain and help you feel good. All right. So first thing I did was I went and I looked at a bunch of different pictures of turkeys. Now, I'm not saying you have to copy somebody else's turkey, but I just wanted you to see this, and I'll put this on the show notes so you guys can download it and look at it if you want. Of different ways that people put their spin on a turkey. So you can draw a turkey that's completely your own without it looking like anybody else's. So that's what we're going to try to do today. And we're going to make a gratitude card. Now, you could change these words on this card if you want to talk about what you're grateful for. It's completely optional and up to you if you want to change it into a different format. Now, the first thing I did was I grabbed a pen and I made a border. Now, the borders are helpful in terms of making it look more like a polished artwork, but this is not necessary. I like doing it because it just sets everything off just a little bit, like a little frame. Like, look in here, this is super important. Now, we will try to draw this turkey right here. And I don't think I have it on this page, but we will do it because it's super easy. Now, basically, we've practiced with our sketching. So if you sketch kind of an oval right here, boom, we're done. Now we're going to make before we do that, let's write the words. Let me see if I can make it so you can see this. Am. Now, dot, dot, dot means something's following. And I'm just going to write grateful. And I'm going to write it in large letters. Now, you see, I changed it from the last one. The last one was thankful. Either way is fine. Okay, they both mean the same thing. All right, so let's go back to our sketching. Sorry about that. Okay, now, I'm just going to make a big arch. The reason why I went ahead and put the words in is because that shows you how much space I have left in here. And maybe I'll bring this down a little bit. Notice I haven't erased. A lot of my students really, really want to make everything perfect, but I don't have to worry about that yet. So I'm going to make it halfway. This arch is going to come down to the halfway point. And I can change it at any time here. And there we go. We are ready to roll. First, I'm going to put a head on here. Now, you can look at some of the turkey heads, so I'm going to change it from the first one I did. Just so to show you how it can work. Now, this one is, and you can mix and match different turkeys to get the one that you like, or you can go completely your own style. It is okay any way you do it. And then here we go. Now, what I want you to realize when you're doing this tail, now you see how well my tail came out? Well, it's because I'm using radial design, which means it emanates out from the center, which the center of it is right here. So every time I draw my line out, I come back to the center and then go out, back to the center and then go out. I'm not going to do as many this time as I did last time because I want to keep it fast for you guys here on the video. All right. So you see, 1, 2, 3, and that way they all come from this central point. And that's called radial design. We'll get more into that later, but just remember it's a type of visual balance. Okay, now we could have feet here if we want. Okay, maybe I'll do feet because I didn't do it last time. Just so you see, you can change things up anytime you want. All right, now take a black pen or a black Sharpie. Now, if you don't have a skinny Sharpie, it might be better to use a black pen, but I happen to have a skinny Sharpie sitting here, so I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to go ahead and ink my drawing. Now, I like to, you see how it's going to kind of change it a little bit because the ink has a thicker line than the pencil did, but it's okay as long as I take that into account, so I can go on the inside of the shape instead of the outside, so I can still keep it the size I want. Now remember, I have not even erased anything yet, and that is fine. I do not have to, because I am going to be doing the inking, and I can change my lines at this time because I have the basic structure all set up. And I think I'm going to make this turkey a little bit silly, and I can even give him a smile if I want. We'll be talking more about drawing emotions in a future lesson. Now this time I'm going to round off these edges just because I can. And you know, remember, you want to give your own spin to your drawing, and don't try to be like anybody else. A lot of times we think, oh, they're so much better than me, but really ours is ours and nobody else's. All right, how about that? Super, super simple, super, super fast. Everybody knows, oh, I forgot one thing. We don't have a horizon line on this, and I do like the green with the orange, so we can just draw a line right here. I'm just going to draw a line this time. Last time I made a grassy line, but you don't have to do a grassy line at all, unless you want to. Now, this right here is called a kneaded eraser. These are super cool. If you don't have one, that's fine. You can still use just a regular eraser. But if you can never get a hold of one of these are super great for people who draw a lot. And you're just going to hold down both ends of your card and erase all those pencil lines. Now notice, mine come right up. Why? Because I did not press down hard. And that's super, super important. Okay. Now, even thinking, as we're doing this, we can be thinking about what we're grateful for. Now, notice I have my colored pencils here, and they're already all sharpened. I'm going to start, now I've got a red. I've got a red orange, an orange, and a yellow. So I'm going to use these 4 hot colors in a way to create the glow like we've talked about before. So I'm just going, actually this part up here is probably going to be red all together, but maybe I'll make it red and red orange. But what I'm doing here is I'm taking my darkest color, which is the dark red, and I'm going to go around the outside of my object, which in this case is a turkey. And notice I'm going nice and dark. Now, you can decide how you want to color yours. This is going to give the glow effect that we've learned before. And it's just basically chiaroscuro, meaning that as the light shines on the object, it's lightest in the middle, and it gets darker around the edges. So we're going to use that effect to help us make an interesting turkey. See how this one glows? See, it's got yellow belly, the light shining right there. All right. Let me keep going here so I can kind of do this fast. Now, when we're working with colored pencils, they are a little bit slower than some other ways. Like painting is much faster, but it's okay because what we have here is ultimate control out of every single step of the way. Now, you may notice that in this one, I have some texture in the leaves. This one, I decided not to do it, but if you want to create some pattern inside your, not leaves, I'm sorry, feathers, then feel free to do so with your pen. And that's the thing. I could do 100 turkeys and never make one that's the same, because I'm going to make what's called aesthetic choices all along the way. All right, next I'm going to take the red orange, and I'm just going to line inside these that I already made, creating that range of value. And it doesn't even look like it's that much different, but it is a little bit different. You see it's a little bit oranger. Oranger, is that even a word? I don't know. All right, we'll have to look that up. More orange, let's say that. All right, here we go. Now, please, I don't want you to zip through it as fast as I am. I want you to take your time. Now, I'm going to go ahead and come here. I don't have a lot of room left to add lighter color here. And I am going to put around here because I'm going to make this beak yellow. There we go. And then I am going to do the inside of this with it red orange, because it's really supposed to be red, I think. And this one too. Okay, now notice I can start, you can start controlling the color of your pencil by how hard you press down. I'm going to press down real hard on these with the yellow. All right, now where was I? Okay, orange. Now I'm not pressing down too hard, but I am trying to blend these. And I'm going to put yellow right in the center. Notice even without the yellow, it's starting to glow a little bit. This is super fun, and you can practice with this turkey, because all we did was take a series of very simple shapes and put them together to create this illustration. And you know, put the face on you want there, the eyes that you want on there. Make it your turkey. Not Miss Jennifer's turkey, your turkey. Now, we will be grateful when we're finished that we worked so hard on this drawing so we can show all our friends. Now, if you ever make this and you would like to send me a picture of it, I would love to see it, because I might use it in a newsletter. Okay. Now, notice what I'm doing here. I'm trying to get rid of all that white part that I don't want. And I'm going to add a little something here to the legs just to make them blend in. And now I'm going to come in with the yellow. And here we go. Now we're almost finished. Let's see, how much time have we got? Okay, we're right about on time here. Okay. Did I get this part? I need to get a little more light in my office. All right, now I am going to go ahead with the green down here. And I'm going to draw it light over the grateful part. And then I'm going to make it darker here. And for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to draw the sky, because that's just one more thing that's going to take up some time. But you see on this one, I did do the sky. And notice what I did here. I put a cloud around the I am so it would show up well. So you can contrive things, in other words, put things in your drawing to help emphasize the parts you want to make sure show up. We just want contrast, but we also want to be able to direct the viewer's eye to what it is we want them to see. So there's so many things to learn about art, and I really am glad that you guys are watching these videos and learning about art with me. All right, here we go. Almost finished. Perfect. All right, maybe I will make a little cloud around this one too, just to show. Maybe I'm going to do, this time I'm going to do a thought bubble for the turkey. Now, if you were a turkey right now, you probably would not be very grateful, right? Because you might be dinner. And maybe this time, and since I'm not doing the blue, I could draw this in green. So that I have green down here, green up here. And I will outline it with this. And there we go. I hope that you all have a very wonderful Thanksgiving. And don't do like me and rush. Go back and get all your things, get rid of all the white, so that it's a really beautiful turkey that you will be grateful that you made. Have a great day.